Hey now. There you go, bud. Don't be surprised if you only hear yourself in one ear for a while. You're number two, right there. Everything else, all the levels should be set fine. How you doing? How you doing there, Tim?
Okay, I'm right here.
Perfect.
Good.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club. Dave Cragnolan in the warm room with Tim Conboy. We are going to bring you the final of our men's club championship, which is our Murray tournament, and it's a play down for the Mitchell tournament in January. And been some great curling over the course of the weekend, and it's come down to two of the old guards in the club here. If you want to introduce the teams, Tim, you can go right ahead and do so.
Okay, and the on sheet 4 we have the A final. It's going to be Team Dean Kelly, Jason Bryan, Mike Kessler, and Jason Golubski. They'll be faced off against Don Knapp, Skip, Mike DiGeronimo, Eric Crumma, and Tim Crofton.
And we'll keep you. We've also got our B final, C final, and our D final taking place as well. We'll keep you upgraded on scores as the morning moves on here. And just a side note that the team Knapp has been Don Knapp's been calling the game, but Mike DiGeronimo has been throwing skip rocks, and we'll see if that is in fact. I'm sure that's what they're going to do today. Ice is all ready. Shout out to our ice crew, Gary White and his crew of hardworking volunteer ice people keep us playing on professional ice here. We always a shout out to them all weekend long. Anthony Amodio and Tammy and the crew back in the kitchen have provided us with good food, and they do even during the regular season as well. And shout out to our volunteer bar staff that does great work and has saved the club a ton of money over the last couple seasons. So shout out to anybody who participates into any of those volunteer services. Ready to go here. I'm not sure who's throwing what here. It looks like Team Kelly is going to throw yellow rocks and throw first. Toss having gone to Team Knapp. We'll be throwing the red rocks this morning. Let us know if you're in the... Kimberly! Kim, what are you doing out there? It's nice to see that we've got a couple viewers already. Sit back and enjoy the game with us.
Hi, Kimberly.
Burgle Bunny, as I remember correctly. Oh, this should be a great game. I think that Don Knapp and Mike DiGeronimo and Eric Crum and Tim Crofton are, I would say, if I was an odds maker, a slight underdog. But I think they need to have their A game against Team Kelly here. Pretty stacked, perennially a good rink. Won it last year, so they are the defending champs. And we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to a good game here. Ice looks keen right off the get-go.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring their first stone right in. Maybe not.
Yeah, beautiful.
No, it's actually a long guard.
I have noticed over the weekend, I did watch a lot of curling this weekend, that rocks that looked like they had a lot of momentum when they got to the hog line did not go as far as, depending on the ice, didn't go quite as far as it looked like they were going to go. And it was fooling the people who were sliding alongside of the rocks as sweepers trying to, pick up on that. It was a little tricky.
Right, because it looked a lot faster going down the ice until, like you said, gets towards the end and just kind of dug in.
Yep. And, mm-hmm.
They're sweeping pretty good on this one, trying to get it around behind.
Yeah, they're gonna get a biter out of it. Pretty much edge on edge. It's exposed. I think Dean will go right after this with Jason.
Yeah, I don't see where they leave many sitting around.
Nope, not if they're touching the ring. I mean, obviously,
if it's
free
in,
guards
it's gone.
Yeah, agreed. Keep yourself out of trouble that way.
Sometimes people will play around and leave one in.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for always looking for input out there with folks that are watching the game about our audio and video. Truly, there's not a lot. We can adjust the audio. The video is a whole nother animal. He's going to move his guard here. Curled up pretty good on him. I don't know if he was inside. They were on it right away, but it definitely curled. even with sort of nice control weight. And Don will go ahead with hammer here. He'll go ahead and split the house right away, try to make use of that guard that was just ticked over by Jason Golubski. Tim Crofton now with his second stone of the morning. Nice curl. Very predictable. Yep, looks great.
That stone's really moving.
It is. It looks like it's going to over curl. If it gets by, it's just going to skinny it. Ugh, just did. Weight was pretty darn good, too. But it wound up on the ring, so they're sitting 1 and 2. Weight was real close. Just curled up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a little bit they're going to have to get used to because there is a lot of curl out there, and it takes a little while to figure out if it's 3.5 or 4 feet.
Right.
That little bit sometimes.
And if it's a little weight sensitive, too, you got it. It's a very, this is a very, very tedious science to try and predict.
I found that out over the weekend. The weight is huge.
Yep.
Just down weight a little bit, it moves a lot.
And Mike Kessler with a takeout there to keep just one red rock, and Don's in control of the end here with hammer. Eric Crumma, his first stone of the day, would love to draw one behind this rock that Mike just threw. In this club there's a handful of people who play this game, have played this game for decades and have played at a very high level, who have the know-how to give information on what the ice is actually doing and how. And that is a big deal for our ice people to have that, that information relayed to them, that they can make adjustments. So unfortunate miss there for Eric, and now Mike will clean up the other red rock, and we'll be back to square zero here. Funny how
that's curling hard. Look at that go. It's going to catch just the outside edge.
Pretty good sweeping tandem there. And that one's going to stick around, I think. Maybe not. No, I don't know. Our camera here, we can't quite see.
Can't see the edge there.
No. We're getting there, folks. ESPN, we're not, but we're getting there. So, mission accomplished there from Mike.
It's like Eric's just going to go for a straight draw.
Looked a little toasty out of his hand, but it's checking up real nice for him here. This is a beauty. Oh, yeah, this is a dynamite shot. Just going to make the 8-foot circle and buried.
Yeah, pretty much on the cover. A little bit peeking around. Let's see what Dean does on this one.
Might want to run the yellow one back.
That's what he's doing.
Sure.
A lot of experience on this team.
Yes, there is. Tim Crofton is quite possibly the least experienced player of all 8 members out there. Did you think?
Maybe Eric Crumma.
Man, that'd be a good one. We're gonna have to. That'd be a nice little trivia question.
He had 1 year at Ardsley before he came here.
Mm-hmm. Like Jason Golubski, he dragged that rock right out. He's all over this. Perfect shot. Boom, boom. Very nice. And it's actually going to go hide behind the other rock. The boys were a little late in responding to it, but it was out of steam. I don't think it was going to completely bury.
Well, one was going one way, one was going the other way. If you notice, too, they do a lot of directional sweeping on this team.
Beg your pardon?
They do directional sweeping on this team.
Yep.
And there's a lot of controversy on that from a club level, whether it works or not. But I always said if it gives you that 16th of an inch where you don't tick something.
Don looking for almost normal takeout here. So Don is, again, he is the skip of his rink here, but he is throwing vice stones, and Mike DiGeronimo is throwing skip rocks.
I think they've done that for the last couple of years.
Hi, Marina. Extra fina. Don Knapp with his first stone of the day here. Hammer belongs to Team Knapp. He's by. Nice shot. Might lose his shooter. And in fact, it hung around a little biter over on the right. Good shot. It's in a good spot, too.
Can't tell if it's out counting the one on the left or not. Our camera here doesn't really show it that well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the shot rock from my looking down the sheet here. Like, I don't think that other rock, if it is on, it's just barely touching.
And again, they're going to go right after this. Shot or not, it's going to go.
Jason Bryan playing vice for Dean Kelly. Real tight here. Might let it come up and get it the other way.
I don't think he's going to make it.
No.
See, and that was the question there. Maybe he should have come up a little bit, let it cross over.
And try to make the, may wind up, no, and it may, got it, Mike DiGeronimo got it off the ring. So now Don Knapp's back in line to get a deuce here. If he can get one behind this guard, looking down the sheet on the left here, he'll be sitting 1 and 2 in a pretty good position to get 2.
If they let that cross over, maybe a little bit of would have hit the yellow-red.
Made a raise out of it instead of a straight takeout, huh?
And those are the tough calls when they come down to the end. It's like, am I going to make it?
Yeah, and if you have
room for it to cross over,
sure. And if you're throwing that with takeout weight, you don't have a great deal of time to make the decision. So big shot here from Don. Love to be sitting 1-2 after the end of this shot. Got a couple good sweepers in front of him here.
And normally Don uses the sweepers.
Yes, he does. He throws the rock to the sweepers. That's true.
This is a rare one right now where they don't.
I think he's heavy here, unfortunately. It looks heavy to me. I believe this is going right through. Right through the rings. Okay, that's unfortunate. So it's funny how one shot can change the complexion of an end. And certainly that was a shot that did so. Now they'll go after, Dean will go after this rock, and then it sort of looks like setting up for a blank. We'll keep you updated to the B, C, and D finals here after the end of the games get along here a little bit. So Dean Kelly, skip for his rink, first stone of the day. Wide open takeout. He's not wide.
It's going to maybe.
Yeah, he's got it.
It's going to get a corner of it, roll over.
And it's going to stay on the rings, too.
Mike sweeping hard. He might get it out. He does.
Oh, he did.
Took it
wow,
out.
It really came up. I'm sure he was inside because they jumped it, but.
Yeah, looking at it straight down from my position, you could see he just caught the inside edge.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously rolled all the way across.
So now a chance to get back into a position to score 2 here is Mike DiGeronimo. Skip deuce. Love to get one behind this guard. And from both Eric and Tim put their hands up like he's heavy, and I will attest that I think that's a good call. Sliding and sliding. Might come right to the one in the back. And this is going right off the rings. Yep, not going to happen. Oh, my goodness, it hung around for a biter in the back. It is definitely a little biter. So that was fortunate for Mike. Now,
and a little bit buried, though, even though it's way in the back.
Dean will just try to outcount that. The perfect spot for this rock for Dean would be to be shot rock in between the yellow and the red one, buried, and force Mike to draw for 1 with a wide open park. Yeah. There's a lot of years of experience out on this game right now. I think Dean's been playing since 1972. Mike's been playing over 30 years. The Jasons are probably in 15 years or so of curling, something like that.
More than that.
More than that, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Don Knapp's been playing since the early 70s. Mike DiGeronimo, I'm not sure how long Mike's been playing. He's been playing longer than I have, and I've been playing for 25.
So we need to bring the roster book over here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
For all these trivia
So
questions.
looking good here. They're trying to bring it right down and tap it back. It looks like he's got a good shot here.
Yep. Dan
Well done.
Back. Yep.
Well done. I think Don would ideally, I think he'd like to chip this yellow one out and lose his shooter.
Right, and because they tap the red back, they can chip it out.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough space in there they could hit on the outside or inside.
He got outside a little bit, I believe.
Don's calling no line yet.
Mm-mm. Oh, this is not there.
Starting to move.
It is starting to move. Good call, Tim.
Yeah, it's going to move it.
Yeah, and he's going to have to be happy with his one here. Okay. There it is. So a force of one there by Team Knapp and Team Kelly, and Don Knapp takes a 1-0 lead at the end of the first. No scores up yet on the board, Tim, so we can't give anybody scores just yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to put up this the score on the stream.
Yeah, me neither. I'd rather not mess around with
it.
Or else we'll give it to him audibly, you know.
There'll be no stream.
It's all home. Right. It's all homies watching anyway, right?
Yeah.
So all our hometown curlers watching in-house Bonspiel here, our men's club champ.
That ESPN Sports, I believe, is watching it just before the football starts.
But nonetheless, the B final is taking place on sheet 4, and that's the rink of Bob Kane versus Conrad Law. Our C final is over on sheet 5. That is Brian Moore and Bill Morehouse, the teams of. And the D final, both of the A semis who were not victorious last night, Roger Rowlett and Pat Costello, are playing for the right to be Utica 5, the winner.
And they're all still in their first end.
Don Knapp just gave us a little heads up as to how ice speed is. It's fast. He said 24-25, so we're playing on fast ice. Doesn't need to be any faster than that. That's good.
That's
24.
curling hard right there. Look at that.
Yes, it is. He's got it, but I think he's going to lose his shooter. And, in fact, he did.
So there's an example, too, right there of a higher weight takeout where if you just catch it, it'll still go.
Correct.
If they're down weight, it may not.
And as you pointed out, that rock, even with that weight, really curled hard. I mean, I thought it looked to me like he was on the broom. That rock curled almost 2 feet.
Yes.
Tim Crofton looking for a center guard here. They might overbake this one. It's going on the rings. I don't think they meant for that to happen. They dusted it like it was light. So, again, the players are struggling a little bit with recognizing how fast the ice actually is. I don't think they would have swept that hard at all. That was a really good shot from Tim Crofton, but unfortunately it slid onto the rings. And Jason Golubski will get a chance to make another takeout here. And this one's not moving. Just starting to come now. I'm going to almost get to the nose. A little roll and a biter. Okay. Nicely thrown there from Jay. Don won't let that sit around.
Now he called for normal takeout, so we'll have to watch this one coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Eric throws a pretty good, accurate shot.
Yes, he does.
It's not moving a lot. I stayed right on that 4-foot line, but it moved only a few inches.
And not on the rings.
Nope.
So it's making a nice little corner guard here for Dean, which I'm certain he will use. Mike Kessler draw attempt.
So a little update there on our B final. Conrad Law's team took 2, so it's 2-0 over Bob Kane after the first end. That's the only score that's posted.
Man, look at this rock curl. Not by. Going to tap the red rock onto the rings. Wow, that really curled a ton. And it's
No.
going to pop that red rock right to the tee line. Okay.
But there again, why did they keep sweeping? That's always my question. Let it die a little bit, maybe just corner it.
Yeah, because free guard zone was still in effect. No, it was not. So he could have actually, maybe he thought it actually had enough momentum to tap it right off the rings.
Yeah, I saw Mike with his broom raised, though, almost like he was saying, stop. I think that would be the indication to stop.
Draw attempt here from Eric. And it's gliding. Certainly doesn't need any dusting. Oh, this is coming over nice. This is coming over real nice. Nice shot. Nice draw there from Eric.
That was interesting playing our first game this weekend against Dean Kelly. He was free with his comments, and he was very interesting on how an experienced person like him, how he looks at things differently than myself.
Sure. All these guys that have been playing since they were teenagers have a different perspective than we do for sure. Whoops, he left this one out a little bit. I don't think he's going to make contact here.
It almost looked like they pulled it out when they were sweeping it.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
They were really just dusting it, though, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't pounding. Interesting. So now, what do you do here if you're Don Knapp? Tell you what I'd be doing. I want to put one in between the red and the yellow one. Just half like a little Christmas tree shot. Or short is fine, right? If it comes right to the R and the L of curling in the 12 foot,
right,
I think that's nice. A pretty good shot. Sit 1, 2, and 3.
If it overcurl a little bit, be inside.
Well, yeah, you take the rays away also, right? You take the yellow-red rays away if you put a rock in between them. Or make it more difficult,
or
certainly.
If they put it up on the L of curling.
Mm-hmm.
If it overcurled that a little bit,
sure,
then that would be hidden. Maybe give them a corner of the back one.
Yep. Yep, joined by Tim Conboy today. It's great to have you here. I watched your game last night that you played. I didn't see your game, late game last night, but the game that you played with Bill Sewell, I thought that was, showed a little ice water in your veins, the shot you made there in the 8th end.
Yeah, it was it's a feel-good shot there when you make one like that.
That's fact.
You feel good about it.
Yeah, there wasn't much Bill could do with that. So it's guard weight here for Don. They probably want to come up if it's over the line, as it's losing line real fast.
I'm trying to explain to new people the over and up comment. It's like, we just want to make sure it gets over.
Right.
You don't need to sweep it over.
Correct. If it is over, the chances of the over and up concept is about it losing line. So if you know it's over, come up, and obviously the rock will stop, or at least the concept is that the rock will stop curling.
Right. But a lot of them will sweep it over and
right.
then come up,
mm-hmm.
giving you that little too much curl.
Right. That's a good one, too. Explaining that to newer curlers, that over and up means...
It's not really over and up.
Correct. If it's over.
Yeah. It's a shorthand for if it's over,
yep,
then
right.
you should be up.
A lot of little nuances to this game that we don't think about because we've played for so long.
Having some new members of my team brings up an interesting way to explain some of these shots.
Mm-hmm. This is going to go right by.
And it's going to stay open.
Oh, my goodness. It still might be shot. No, I don't think so. It just slid into the 8-foot circle. So Knapp is still sitting 1, pretty much buried. You don't want to be behind the tee line here if you're Don. But sitting 1 and 2 wouldn't be bad at all, huh?
Well, if he puts it right next to his other one.
Yeah, just staggered a little bit, 1 and 2. But
yep.
I think that rock is pretty close. That yellow rock's pretty close to the 4 foot. It's only several inches away from touching the red 4-foot circle. This looks heavy. Don just said, let it curl if you can. It's going to come right to the backer, I believe.
I think it's gonna
All on
go-
its own. It's coming right to the one in the back on its own.
I think it's going to go.
It's going to freeze right on it. All on its own.
Yep.
So it's 1 and 2, a little differently than we plotted it, but it's still 1 and 2. Now we're getting in a little cat and mouse. Now we're getting into the kind of curling game I was hoping we were going to see. This is
Well, Dean wants this one about where Don wanted his.
that's right. Except he wants to be shot rock too, right in the 4 foot next to the red one. Full 4 foot. No reason to not be shot rock here.
Well, it looks like it's out a little bit too.
Boy, it is too, and
And
it's
a little
heavy,
heavy.
and it's heavy.
That may not come back in.
This is coming right to the one in the back. It's going to wind up shot rock, however, because it's going to come right to the rock in the back
I
4.
think it's going to chip off it.
And it did. Good call. Now, do you go after that one? You're going to leave a nice pocket for for Dean.
Oh.
But no hammer here for Don Knapp. I think you want to get rid of this yellow rock and take a multiple scoring end out of play, right?
Yeah, because if you don't get rid of it, they could come down to it and then be locked in too.
Yep.
Heat 5, Bill Morehouse took 1 in the first end over Brian Moore. So it's 1-0. Morehouse over Moore. Still nothing from sheet 2.
Yeah, they're playing the second end, but they didn't hang the first end yet. So Mike DiGiorano, this is a takeout attempt. Nice control weight here. May lose his shooter.
Yeah.
But the yellow rock's going away. And in fact, that's what happened. So it still leaves the draw path pretty much open for Dean.
Well, it left a less of a pocket though by not staying.
Mm-hmm. Not taking a great deal of ice here. He's just taking about 3 feet of ice, huh?
What's that other expression when you behind the tee leave room for 2?
That's right.
I never understood that when I first started. I didn't know what that meant. Leave room for 2. It's like, why are you sweeping our stone back?
So a chance to get out of Dodge here. Right now, it looks to me like Don Knapp could very well be sitting 3-2 for sure. Yeah, it's 3. Draw attempt here from Dean. They're working it hard. I think the weight's pretty good. They got it started early, so the momentum is there. And it's checking up now. They're working it. It looks like a pretty good shot here. And very nicely thrown. Good team shot.
Yes.
Just shy of the button. Plenty of room to get at it and punch it through the 2 reds.
And if for some reason overcurled, it'll come out the other side.
Sure. And again, this is little cat and mouse against, with 2 very experienced teams. If Don can make a successful shot here, Mike DiGiorano make a successful shot and punch that through, Dean's going to have to make some kind of a shot against 3. So well played end here thus far. Uh-oh.
Looks like he pushed that out a little
Oh,
bit.
he did. You're not going to like this, Mike.
No, and
This is gone.
Eric's trying a little
Not
push.
happening. That's unfortunate. Now the door's open for Dean to get his deuce.
Mike's takeouts are generally more upweight,
Yep.
so
And
it's not going to be as forgiving on the curl,
so true.
which is nice when you need to move rocks.
So a bit of a gift here in the second end for Dean Kelly. And he's got pretty much a draw to the 4 foot for his deuce. The old skip deuce. Weight looks real good. Jason Golubski just cleaning. I like the idea of that. Maybe a little heavy.
Go by.
Maybe a little heavy.
Did it go back too much is the question.
Oh my goodness. Too
It
heavy.
did.
Wow. Just didn't come over. So a couple of miscues have led us to a 1-1 tie after two. And now we're playing a 6-end game here.
Yeah, now I didn't watch the delivery, so was he out on the delivery?
I don't know. I think he was just a little heavy, and I think he was on the same line he was with his first one. Maybe a skitch wider, but
Because it wasn't
just the
really that
fact that
heavy.
he
I
was
mean,
heavy, you know.
it just barely made it out of the house, though, so
Right.
it wasn't overly heavy. Expected that one to move a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That ice must be fast because Jason just barely come out of the hack.
True.
And look at that thing go.
Yep. Yeah, this is gone.
Wow.
This rock's gone. It's gone. Gonzo, gonzo.
Maybe back
The
to
hack
health.
weight.
No?
Almost to the hack.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, the first time they're going to wore down the pebble a little bit, so now it's going to be much faster.
It's keen. Looks like Don will go to the outer wings here with Tim.
Well, look where he's got the broom, so he's anticipating a lot of curl.
Mm-hmm. No offer from the front end. Certainly it doesn't need anything. Look at that rock slide. Man, we got some really fast ice here, boys and girls. Eric working the stone over. Looks like a really nice corner guard. That's a beauty from Tim Crofton. Very nicely thrown.
Oh, textbook perfect right there, just off the 4-foot line.
24, 25-second ice is fun ice to play on. Faster than that, it's a real juggernaut to try and get the rocks to do what you want. But this is, believe me, these guys will make an adjustment to this, to the speed of this right now. That was nicely thrown from Tim. Okay, got to the rings. Fast. Don choosing to come with an out turn here, maybe because of the curl that he's seeing. Whoops, little bobble there by Tim. Nice recovery. And he's all over this one. Nicely thrown. Right to the nose. Maybe a little roll. Oh, that's a nice shot. Little biter over on the side. He's got it. Good throw. Very nice.
It is exposed, though, if they want to get it.
I think Dean's going to draw here is my guess. Yeah, I think at this point, that rock, that little biter over there is not going to win the end.
Those are the ones sometimes they turn the end into a 3 or 4
It's true.
point. You forget about them until at the very end.
At this level of play with these guys playing, probably not, but I understand what you're saying about from a club level. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to bother with that one over there, and all of a sudden you drop a deuce or 3 or 4.
That's when you're playing for the middle and you realize that somebody gets a double in the middle, and all of a sudden you have nothing left.
This is really diving on him. Oh, my goodness. It was a little light, too. It just came up on him. It was a little light. And with that's going to curl like crazy if you're a little light. Little soft throw there from Mike. Draw path still open here.
And it's locked in, so neither one of those are.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little guard over there in the corner.
You can get one behind these now. It's not going anywhere. No offer from Mike or Tim. Yeah, this has got plenty of weight. Plenty of weight. Might be through the house. It's through the house on its own. Wow. Players struggling with the ice. Next.
Well, we had that problem in our earlier games earlier this weekend too. It's you couldn't dial them down.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're hogging it, and it still goes through.
Look at the rocks on 4.
I know. If we could only show you that house, it's a very congested house.
This rock is diving sideways on Mike again. He just walked away. He can't believe it. I think they might get this by.
Might not have enough weight.
Not enough weight. Just a little soft throw. Oh my goodness,
Yep.
It's still 4 feet out.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Not a happy camper. My buddy Mike Kessler, he loves throwing those shots too.
If he'd had a little more weight, that would have got by.
And Don snugged the ice up here on Eric, which is interesting.
Well, the knee slide might have a little bit different release too.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more straight release.
This one looks better, but I think the weight's just fine. I think he found it. Oh, yeah. Eric Krumma. That's a beauty.
Yep, just touching top 4.
You can see a little sniglet of it, so I guess there's
They could come down to it.
they could come down to it.
Maybe not be shot at this point.
No, but a really good rock would be to corner freeze this rock or freeze right on it.
Right, give him a chance to hit it later.
Yep. Sue Hansen joining us in the chat room. Hello there. My team. Her husband is playing on my team for the last some odd years.
Oh, we finally got a score on sheet 2.
There we go.
Sheet 2, they're standing in front of me now.
Red
Pat Costello won over Roger Rowlett.
Jason Bryan making a freeze attempt here. Looks pretty good. It's coming right over. Nice if it gets there. No bounce. Don't want to bounce. Don't want to bounce.
It's going to bounce.
And it left him sitting shot rock. Pretty much edge on edge. Almost fully exposed. You can come back. Now here's an opportunity for Don Knapp to hit this rock and just slide over to the right in front of the other one. That would be a...
Right, because actually when they ticked the red there, it moved it over well under cover.
Mm-hmm. This is a big opportunity here for Don. He has the hammer here in the third end. It's a 1-1 game.
And this is kind of a weight shot that Don's known for. A little bit down weight, tap back. Don't have to hit it hard.
Nope. The players have seen the curl here. There is, if you're light, this rock will go sideways here. But he looks like he's trying to throw it to the board. Hack the board maybe with that broom, Tim?
Yeah, probably.
Well, let's see what it does. This is the first time that a rock has been thrown with this weight. And it'll be interesting to see the behavior this rock has. And it looks like a nice
that looks
hack kind of weight.
Hack?
Yeah, hackish.
Yeah.
And here it comes.
It's not going to come enough, though, to roll.
Definitely not enough to roll. He's definitely going to make the takeout.
Oh,
he jammed it. Oh, my goodness. Did not want to do that. However, he's still got a couple rocks on the rings, but boy, this hot rock is going to be very, very inaccessible now. Dean sitting shot.
He jammed and left the other team's under cover.
Split the house and hold him to 1. I don't know if I like that either. Why not just bring another rock in right on top of the yellow one? Yeah, that's the spot.
Back and forth on it.
Yeah.
That freeze the open one on the left-hand side is tough. That's very
well. The thing that he was thinking of doing is sitting 1 and 2
right.
and forcing. But here he's got a golden opportunity to He's got a golden opportunity to steal the end, maybe with more than one. So,
If they can get this buried.
God, look at how easy these rocks are good. It looked like he hardly threw it.
See, on
Oh,
Dodds,
my
he needed a
goodness.
little bit more weight to
Yeah.
make that,
Yes.
or a little less weight.
Less weight, less line.
But it was surprising. I thought he'd throw it down late and really curl her over, and it didn't.
This looks toasty. It's toasty.
It's going to go
Toasty.
behind.
Toasty. 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 1 and
Okay.
2. Well, there's still a shot to freeze, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
Trying to freeze to the one on the tee line.
Mm-hmm. Puts himself back in line for a deuce here if he can make a perfect freeze. Got outside a little. It's got room. Does it have legs? Mike DiGiorno doesn't think so. So they're all working it. And he's going to come up late. No, maybe not. Oh, they're working it hard. They're working it so hard. Look at that shot, and it's shot rock. Wow. Exposed. However, where it's sitting, it's going to be tough to get it out of there without interfering with those yellow rocks behind it.
Yeah, they've got to come over and hit it to the right of nose.
Yep. That's pretty tough.
To chip that back. And
Boy.
they'll get the advantage of a roll to the right.
Oof.
If they do,
Kudos to
they
the
get it.
front end there, Don. They, Tim and Eric dragged that a long way.
If Dean can get this one, he'll roll to the right also.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how he can. Yeah, there's room there. Boy, it's tight, though. Man, it's tight. It's there.
Yeah, it depends on how when you're looking at it down ice and you're looking at it on the monitors, it does look different.
Yep. It's pretty much edge on edge to my looking down the sheet here. There's room. There's definitely room to do it. It's fine.
Sheet 2, tied game. Rowlett, Costello, tied. One apiece after 2 ends. Sheet 4, Conrad Law, 2-1 against Bob King. So Law 2, King 1 after 2. And sheet 5's tied up. Morehouse. One apiece. So far, tight games.
Excuse me. Look at this. This is a great shot from Dean. He's got it. He's going to chip it and roll. Oh, he left red sitting 1. Wow. But boy, it's precarious, though. Red is 1 and yellow is 2, 3, and 4. So it's time to give some shelter to this rock here. And he's at 1 and 2.
Because it is out in the open.
Yep.
Is this Mike's first stone?
Yes. And he does have hammer here. I'm not sure what he's calling here. Is he going to try and freeze to the second stone? I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. Doesn't want to leave a double.
Maybe a little Christmas tree.
Yes. Yes.
Kind of freeze to the second shot.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Leave the shot stone a little exposed, but
right.
a rollout potential.
Yeah, it's really coming up hard on him. Really coming up hard. Oh my goodness, I don't know if he's by or not. They're working it over. They're dragging it, but it's not going to get to the rings.
Well,
did provide a guard.
Kind of looked like it went back too. I wonder if it lost its handle at the very end.
I don't
It
know.
was curling in.
Just wasn't enough weight. Another couple that needed another 6 feet of weight.
It kind of guarded it though.
It did guard it.
But,
Dean doesn't think so. There's about 10 feet in between those two stones, so there's room.
Well, at least it's not a wide open hit.
Yeah,
Point.
and there's certainly a chance of jamming it in that one in the back 8 as well. Funny game we play. There's one rock on the left side of the house and
I think he's
8
just going
on
for
the
a
other
little
side.
rat back here, just a tiny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
not
so.
a lot of weight.
Boy, that looks light.
They're pounding away at it. Both of them yelling.
It's got room. It's got room. He's by.
No,
Oh, it just nudged
tipped.
the guard. It just nudged the guard. Weight was pretty close. Yep, weight was pretty close.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I think with that weight though, if it got by, I think it just froze. I don't think it would have moved it.
I agree.
Close on. Need
Wow.
a touch more weight.
Now, Mike, you just junk it up now if you're Mike, right? Boy, there's a if you can ever get to this red rock, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5 yellow are the counters after the red one on the button. Just wants to take this raise away from Dean, I would think.
Like he threw it out though.
Oh, this is shot right. This is shot rock. Yeah, right.
Oh, hammer rock.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just
Such a good end. I'm wishful thinking for
Yeah.
more stones. Don't
No,
tap him up.
Don't tap it. Ooh.
Yikes. Snuck away with one, so we're onesie-ing each other here. Well played end. Knapp comes away with a 2-1 lead after 3. Wow. It's like these guys are having fun. These kind of games can be a little nerve-wracking when it's a onesie, you know.
You know, it's more nerve-wracking when you drop 4. It's nerve-wracking.
I mean, it's almost a cathartic for me.
You drop 4 and you sit there and
Okay,
say,
we're done.
how am I going to get back here? If I do 2, 2, and 2.
On to the 4th end here. Game is delivered thus far. We knew it would be a good one, and it is.
This looks a little firm. Well, maybe it's because. Boy, just what you were talking about earlier. Coming down the ice, it looked firm.
Yep.
And it kind of digs right in.
Chugga, chugga. Perfect shot. Going to split the line right in half. Nice shot. Very nice. You know, here's a classic example. A guy, Dean Kelly's experience. He's got hammer here, and he's not going to throw corner guards. He's going right for the 4-foot. And I do the same thing when I'm playing, when I'm skipping. You know, I don't think corner guards at the level we play are all it's whacked up to be. The game's won on the 4-foot circle, and usually the first team to get there has got a good chance of staying in control of the end.
And the difference I see is if you're playing with newer people, you might not get that draw in.
Right.
So you kind of play it where you might get a draw and or a corner guard.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go. First hog to the trough.
There's a lot of room in there to put one 6 foot, but sometimes when you're throwing, it doesn't look that.
Right.
Especially from the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is going to over curl. He's got it by.
It's by.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if it's by the yellow one. Nope. Nice weight, too. Beautiful weight. Just curled up.
If they had made it by, they would have been nice vision.
Takeout attempt here from Jason Golubski. Hammer moves back over to Team Kelly here in the fourth end. Even ends. Nobody's been able to score a deuce yet. I feel like that might be the ticket to winning this game, is the first team that gets two. Two really good technicians going head to head here.
Now that came back pretty good for that weight.
Yes, it did. Nicely thrown.
Playing a pretty fast-paced game to it because we're about a half an hour ahead of everybody else.
Mm-hmm. That's a fine shot.
Nicely done.
Fine shot, Eric Crumma. And Dean's not going to waste any time with this. Clearing the front end out. Good curling lesson here for us. Watching Dean navigate this end.
That's sometimes I forget that. I'll leave that front end or the front guards up there too long. I get into vice stones and say, geez, I should have taken them out.
Yeah, you always wind up with a little bit of trouble too brewing because of it, you know.
You think you can get in, you try a couple times, and all of a sudden you're into vice stones. It's like, I wish I got rid of them earlier.
Into vice stones with a vice.
Boy.
I think it's going to take the other one out.
Now it's going to go right over the top of it.
Yeah, it is too. Okay, got rid of the guard. That was the first plan. Plan A. Now, try to clean up things here. Eric made a nice takeout with his first one. I think I'm going to take up. I'm going to attempt, if my legs are healthy enough next year, I'm going to have Eric give me some lessons in knee sliding. It's just such a solid delivery.
We have a new knee slider. Jim Schaefer went to the knee slide.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing very well.
Nice.
First couple games are a little bit iffy, but then he.
When you find your balance point, probably it looks
good at it. Yeah.
It looks like it's less stringent on the legs too. To me, I don't know. Maybe it's. It doesn't look like there's a lot of tension on the legs when you're throwing with a knee slide. Mike Kessler, takeout attempt here. Dean trying to get back. Setting up an end here.
It's going to roll out.
It sure is.
Oh, no, it's going to roll over it.
Just snuck through, yep. You take your eye off that one, it'll spin back in. Woo, it tried.
Yep, had that happen. And count at the end.
Don's ready to go. Oh, jeez. Going to use that red stone of his own to draw behind it, right? Sure, why not? Nothing on the ring. They got a little biter up there in the top of the 12.
I'll tell you, the way they're playing too, with Don's in the house, but throwing vice stones. A lot of travel up and down the ice.
Mm-hmm.
You're up, you're back, you're up.
That could be good, you know, for somebody like me who's kind of a hyper cat. I like when I'm moving around like that. Draw attempt here from Don Knapp. He yelled sweep. They're working it.
Light.
Sure looks light, Tim. They're working it, though. They are working it. Mike's jumping out now. They started it early, so the momentum is there. This is Mike,
sweeping right
isn't
there.
it? You aren't kidding. They're going to sweep that right until it stops. That was a very well swept stone.
Yeah.
As we know notoriously over the year, Don Knapp tends to throw the rock to the sweepers.
Right.
But here, have it, you know.
All three of them were out there. They were pounding that rock.
Reminds me of the days when Roger and Kevin Stevens were playing the front end for Don. That was a pretty good sweeping tandem.
Kevin was an awesome
He was a
sweeper.
beast.
He was an awesome sweeper. And he was left-handed, so he swept from the other side of the stone very well.
Mm-hmm.
Right-handers favor the right side of the stone.
Sure.
That kind of slid over a little bit.
Jason Bryan, I don't know that this rock's it's not gonna get by.
It curled right over the center line there, about halfway down.
Yeah.
Almost looked like it slid sideways.
Did open it up, however. Now, do you go game here? Hit that yellow rock and flop over? Of course you do. Hit that yellow rock out this way and just flop in front of shot rock. That's the attempt here. Big shot here in the fourth end for the napper. We're hearing that little occasional breakup of stereo sound. It's the board. It's not. It's not.
I can tell when I moved there.
It's not going out into the airwaves. It's just in the board.
Yeah, I think
it's a little strange.
I think it's the cords because when I wiggle around a little bit.
We're in the process of replacing that, board anyway. First of the year, we'll have a nice new board, and it won't be shouldn't be an issue. So Don would like to erase this yellow stone and just keep his shooter on the rings someplace here. Nice soft takeout. It will curl. It's taking its time though. Oh my goodness, it's stuck on that 4-foot line. Yikes, it's coming now. Coming now.
Just going to tap it back.
No, it's going to get it off the rings. Wow, and it locked on. That's a beautiful split. Look where that wound up froze on the other rock. That's just great.
Yeah, that's where the other possibility was to roll.
Yeah, that didn't work out bad at all.
In front of the shot or frozen on the other one?
Yeah, he would have liked that to have wound up covering up shot rock, but it didn't wind up in a bad spot.
Over on sheet 4, Conrad Law took 3 in the third end. So it's Law 5 against Kane 1.
And Jason Bryan got a little wide here. It looks like he's going to chip it out, but I think the shooter's going to go away. And in fact, it did.
Spun back in.
It did. Don't know that it outcounted either one of the red ones. I don't know where I'm sitting. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Nope. Not at all. Nope. So now Don will split the house, I would think. He's playing for the first. We might see a multiple end here, folks. Our first one of the day. I like the idea of splitting the house, and that's what they're doing. Sit 1, 2, and 3. Static with the other one. See what it, yep, he just pointed a line. You want this rock to be right even with the other ones. Over in the 8-foot circle there. However, across with the fact that those rocks are locked up, a cross ice double would be very, very difficult. Because when you hit with the shooter, it's going to lose momentum, right? You don't want it on the rings, boys. Don helping. They are dragging it. See, when you get these rocks started early, they keep going. This is a perfect shot. Very nicely thrown. Well swept. 1, 2, and 3. Count them, folks. 3 red there for Don Knapp. Now it is, what does Dean do here? Hit that one and try to roll over. That's not a bad option. I like that.
It's the only thing really you can do at this point.
He could corner freeze these 2 red ones. Red. Yeah, I think you could, but then you can't bounce. It's got to be a perfect freeze. If you bounce, you leave a sitting duck for 4.
And I think that top red is sticking out a little bit. They're closer to the center. So it'd be tough to get to that back red frozen perfectly.
I suppose you could draw behind them. I suppose. Yeah. If you draw behind the 2 red ones and sit 1, then it's still susceptible to the double takeout, right?
Or is this a shot there where you take one out, hope for the roll, just to mitigate the possible ramifications?
Yep.
Because if you don't freeze right, then you've left 3 of them in there.
Boy, oh boy. If he hits this red one, if he hits shot rock here and just slides it over behind the 2 red ones without being lined up to take it out, then he could actually steal the end. So let's see what happens here. Finally, we've got a little bit of a little drama here in the fourth end. Dean Kelly, his last stone of the fourth end.
No. No.
I take that back. He's got hammer here. What am I thinking about? So he's going to lose his shooter, get rid of one, and he does have hammer. Put it back, make him play for one. Same shot you just threw, Mike.
Just trying to figure out the best placement to leave him not a wide open draw.
Well, what you want to do, if you're going to go to the center with this rock, you want to make it so if he nose hits it, he's not shot.
Right.
Right there is better. I think even just out counting the yellow one, sit 1, 2, and 3.
Full 12.
Make Dean draw. Sure.
And just the you got to be careful you don't bring it in too deep.
Correct.
That's the problem.
Right. Then the nose hit makes him. He can still get his one. Wow, what a great game. I thought it was going to be something like this. You know, I expected it to be.
That's where sometimes too you look at this one and you say, "Oh, let me get greedy and outcount the yellow,"
Right.
but then you bring it that extra half an inch or half a foot too far,
and you shoot yourself in the foot because a nose hit gives you shot rock.
You just got to be careful about being what I call greedy and just go for what you really wanted.
Come on, boys, you want this on the rings? Come on, come on. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now, unfortunately, if he nose hits this, it's shot rock.
Yeah.
A little too far.
See, that's the problem right there.
Now, however, if he rolls out, there's going to be a steal of two. So you got, if you're going to make the nose hit, you got to make the nose hit, right?
He's not going to go for it.
No, he's drawn. Okay. Yes, it looks as such.
Don Knapp's quote was, "The speed is rough."
And that the speed is
variable.
Variable. Yeah, that's interesting. So open draw against 3 here for Dean Kelly. Hammerstone in the 4th end. Looks like it's here on its own. Oh my goodness, is it heavy?
Good boy.
This is heavy. This is through the rings. That's a 3-bagger. Wow.
Big end.
Wow. So there's the first big end that we've seen today. Dean Kelly a little heavy on his draw attempt is that's a steal of 3 for Team Knapp. You want to update the scores, Tim? Oh. We'll briefly update the scores for you folks.
Well, you got to get something posted here first. People are a little lax here on posting their scores.
They are.
Heat 2, Rowlett 3 over Costello 1, 3-1. So Rowlett is ahead 3-1 on sheet 2. No change on Law. Law is still 5-1 over Kane. And nothing posted on 5 for the 3rd end yet.
So 5-1 here, or 5-1, excuse me. Knapp. Is that right? Am I reading that right? Yeah. They took 3 there. 5-1, Knapp over Kelly right now, playing the 5th end. Don't have to get them all back at once, but you got to get them back.
The mirrored score on 3 and 4.
Yes, it is.
5-1 red over yellow. The other one's 5-1 yellow over red. Supposed to show the stones don't matter.
Big number in this game. I think 3 is a big number in this game.
Nope, didn't get behind. picked.
Don's going to play safe from here, try to just keep these ends clean.
Can't score if they're not there.
Nope. Looks like Tim's all over it. Nice shot.
And a roll over in front of his red.
Yep, very nice. Well, curling's a funny game. Right now they just scored 3, and you breathe a sigh of relief. And if you don't keep the pedal to the metal, somehow this score can get away from you too.
Sure. Well, you always look at it when you're up 3 or down 3. You always think about those ones when you took 3.
Sure.
So it could come back.
Yep. Yeah, if you can
In
do it,
one end, yeah.
If I can do it, you can do it, right?
And if not, there's always 2 and 2.
Yep.
Or 2 and 1.
Steal, but just keep playing the game the way you need to play it.
Steal, hammer, hammer, steal, one or the other. We are just a vast wasteland of useless knowledge.
Indeed, we are. A plethora of useless trivia.
Oh, I see Cindy Sorelli's watching us also.
Got a lot of venison.
Did Eric go right through on this one?
Yes, he did.
Looked away for a minute.
Not a happy camper.
Nope. No, because he's going to move. Kessler's going to move one of these reds anyway.
Yeah, if he hits half a rock, they're both going to go away. Not shaping up for a score end here yet for Dean. I think he's got them both. Yep, and the red one's actually going to hang around over there in the 12-foot.
Got it out of there,
Yeah,
though.
got it out of there. Yes, he did.
Don's going to get rid of that yellow. Center yellow, gone. Now, in the 4 games we played, we didn't have that no-tick rule come in at all.
Mm-hmm. I've only seen it once this weekend where it came into play. And that might take that right off the rings. And it did, I think. Hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like there's a little daylight there.
Yeah, I think it is.
However, there's room to draw to it, so there is a stone there that is somewhat useful for Dean. Looks like it's over curling. Running out of real estate.
Oh, moved hard at the end.
Did not get there, I don't think. Did it get to the rings? Didn't he? Ran out of real estate. Now the woes in the 5th end here continue for Team Kelly. I think you'd like to give up one. Force them to 1 here and get the hammer back, right?
Eric wants it in the center. Don wants it in the center, and Mike's not putting his broom in the right spot. There they go.
Just a 12-foot shot.
And that's the aerobic portion.
No,
of this
the
end.
other side. No. He's tightening them up now. Oh, that's so funny. Come on, you guys. Don't get the yips on me now.
And
Here.
they're down here saying, how much can we make? Mike DeGeronimo moving the
The
house.
FanDuel odds just changed rapidly.
What's the thing when you make them change the shot? You better make it.
Oh, no kidding.
The 3-sweep sweeper.
There's no way they're getting this to the rings. Nope. Okay. Now, with Hammer, he just left the corner guard for Dean. That was a little bit of a gift for Dean Kelly trying to put himself in line to get a multiple end. He's got 2 guards up. He'll make use of them. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Chuck. Big shot here. You get one behind this yellow guard. You're back in line for.
Curling hard, though.
It is a rib. Boy, and we've seen it curl like crazy here, too.
Well, he's got to make it by.
Crazy. He's got room.
Yep.
Looks good. Looks good. I don't think it's heavy. No, it's going right to the tee line. And then some good shot. Very nice shot
Very
there.
nice.
Now the freeze. It's a great shot. Freeze attempt here from Don Knapp. Enjoying a 4-point lead right at this moment. But the end is shaping up like Kelly can get back in here. Boy, this looks good too if it's got legs. Once again, Mike DiGeronimo helping. I don't know. Keep it going.
Nope.
Got a full 12-foot shot.
Just
That rock is now officially buried. Did Dean split the house? Sure. Why not? There's room to come around it again, too, but it's risky if it overcurl the way it's curling here. If you don't want to bump them up, right?
right.
Another clutch shot attempt here from Jason Bryan.
A little bobble there when he come out of the hack.
Calling the boys off. It's got plenty of weight. Boy, maybe too much. Yeah, no, it's going to stick around, though. Okay.
At this point, it is shot, right?
Yep.
So they're 1 and 2.
They are.
But Don's going to make that go away. Like DiGeronimo shooting.
Yeah, 2 still on the table here for Kelly. If Mike can hit this rock and roll underneath there and be second rock or even shot rock over on the right-hand side, it could create a little bit of trouble here for Kelly trying to get his deuce.
Talking about rolling to the right.
Yeah, roll under.
And I think if he rolls to the right, though, he's going to be too far back.
Tight.
Oh, boy.
Real tight. On the red one out of his hand. Oh, it backed up.
Backed up.
Oh, my goodness. And when he lost the handle and went the other way, and he chipped it off the rings. Oh, boy. He's had a bunch of handles lost.
Yeah, I saw that earlier because watching it there, I couldn't figure out why it looked
I
like
don't
it
know
was
if
going
he's.
two
I don't know if
different
he's not putting a good turn on it. You know, I don't know.
Actually, just before it reversed, though, it kind of wobbled a little bit, like it was starting to lose the handle.
It did made a wonky little move for sure.
Because it's going to crash, and then
he was.
it wasn't.
He was on the red guard out of his hand.
But then it wasn't, and then it came back. Very nice trick shot by Mike DiGeronimo.
Knuckleball.
Yeah. It's a remote controlled stone we have out here. Conrad Law took one more, so it's 6-1. over Bob Kane, 6-1 in the B final.
Boy, they're really working this over. It looks like it's by. And it is. Wow.
Oh boy.
Going to come out the other side? Yeah, it did. Okay, 1 and 2. Sits Kelly here. Mike DiGeronimo down to his last bullet here.
So he's got to throw soft at this, right? Because he wants it to stick around.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he'd like to hit and slide underneath his red guard, right? Sure. I don't know about soft. Control takeout kind of thing.
Yes. I'm thinking in terms of Mike. Mike likes his up-weight takeout.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's can throw him if he needs to.
Sure. Shooter's not sticking.
No.
He's got the shot, but the shooter's going away. And once again, Dean Kelly will have a pretty much wide open draw for his deuce. Get him right back in the game here.
Last one he slid through with his draw.
Hammerstone fifth end.
Quick update, sheet 2, Rowlett 3 over Costello 2. 3-2 on sheet 2. Rowlett, Costello.
Oh my goodness. Is it there?
Well, he came up for a minute.
Just gonna get there. Just got there for his deuce. Oh, wow.
Well, they came up when they were sweeping there, so I thought there was plenty.
Wow. Boy's having a chuckle over that one. Yeah, you buy the sweepers a beer, no problem.
I think everybody's done that, though. You come up, you think there's enough, and all of a sudden it
oops.
just grinds to a halt.
Well, we're watching Rocks check up, right?
Right. And realistically, top 12, back 12, any place in between.
We've been watching them all game do the same kind of thing.
Sweep at the tee.
So Don Knapp gets the hammer back here. 5-3, we're playing the sixth end. Dean Kelly got his deuce, and we're moving on to the sixth.
So just a recap there on sheet 2. Rowlett 3 over Costello 2. Sheet 4, Law 6 over Bob Kane 1. And on sheet 5, the Morehouse.
They're not posting the score over there.
Yeah. They're running a little behind.
They did blank the first. They did blank the third end.
Oh, they did. I didn't see that out there.
Yeah.
That would explain why. I thought you were just a little lax.
A lot of thought process going on there between Brian and Bill.
Yeah. I remember when somebody new looks out there and said, wow, they got 19 points in the third end.
Going on the rings. No, it stayed out. Okay.
They did.
So I think it all costs you're up to sixth end, right? I think if you're down, you want to score here. Even if you're forced to one, you have a 3-point lead with 2 ends remaining.
Sure.
I think that's the mission here for Don Knapp would be to score on this end.
Yeah, 3 is a little more comfortable than 2.
Mm-hmm. It worked out for you last night. I saw you throwing through up 2.
It does.
It's almost a no-no, but
yeah. Yeah, well, I wasn't quite sure. That was one of those ones where you You're not quite sure where the stone's going to come,
Mm-hmm.
so let's just throw it through and leave it out of there. Leave it out of play. It's not really the rule you're supposed to go by.
No. Hey, you're skipping. It's your day to. It's your weekend to skip, man. You know, I'll throw whatever you want me to throw. It's all good.
Sometimes if I'm not sure where you're going to put it,
Mm-hmm. Not playing with the most experienced team. Probably it looked like a wise call after the fact. Well, we're going to shove that red one off and sit one. Yep. Okay.
I told somebody playing with the newer people makes me the best one on the team.
No question, without question. Most experienced and the best for sure. That's not. That's not got anything to do with the wires.
No.
Believe it or not. Nope. It's right in the board.
Okay.
Yeah. It's annoying as heck, isn't it?
Yeah. All of a sudden it just goes dead.
So Don's got hammer back here.
Try and bury one.
Yep. Nice shot.
Surprised they didn't sweep that a little bit more there to bring it behind.
Yeah,
the
I think I
yellow.
would have liked to touch the 4-foot circle there too.
Bring it
But-
undercover.
Right. Doubles here. Over the top. Jason Golubski just blurted out back 12. Starting to move. Here it comes.
It's going to go for the
Wow.
one.
Yeah, it's just going to punch it straight back. Okay.
And the red is visible over here on the right if they have to get it later.
Sure.
You said Don would want one, but he has to protect himself from giving up something.
This is so true. End's not shaping up great with a hammer for him here.
No.
Well thrown. Gonna tick the top one, or is it by?
By, believe.
Can't tell it down in the way there.
Jam.
Yep.
They just stay out just a little bit farther.
The plot thickens here in the sixth end. Where's a good place to put one? I think I want to put one behind this yellow guard, don't you?
Sure.
Top of the 4-foot, right behind the yellow guard. 1, 2, and 3. Put a little pressure on the napper.
Now, some people might have been tempted to hit red and roll over.
Mm-hmm. Me.
Yep. You?
Oh, yeah. I'm hitting that red rock all day.
No. I'm saying it's there. It's counting. Ooh, this does not want to be deep.
No, and it is.
Huh?
No, T-line.
Look at this. It's
Yeah,
going to
the
slid
T-line.
right at the end there.
Yep.
Lost the handle. Right at the end, it slid sideways. Again, a Mike DeGeronimo throw, right? No.
I don't like this freeze attempt with a hammer. I'm getting rid of that yellow stone guard all day. Punch it back. Try to get everything behind the T-line if you're red. But here's where you can get yourself into a conundrum if you don't make this freeze.
If you're on the back, you could get a double. Very good possibility for a
Yep.
double run in the back.
Oop.
Ooh,
Easy there, big fella.
this is not going to freeze.
No, it is not.
Might actually go between them.
Gonna go through the house.
It's going to tick the back yellow, maybe. No. It's
Oh
gonna
my
be a
goodness.
field goal.
Trying to make that shot
Yep.
would be next to impossible. And that's again why I'm going to refer back to I'm getting rid of the Yellowstone
Well, if you
up
put
on
it
top. Now he's in trouble.
any place but the perfect freeze, it was bad.
Agreed.
If he left it up,
You just punch it right through,
top
right?
floor, it would have been
Yeah.
right. If he left it on the back,
Yeah, I'm not sure of the strategy call there. But he's been playing a long time. Doesn't mean you can't get in trouble.
well, it's one of those ones where you get caught up in that. If I make this, it's perfect.
Right.
If there was a perfect freeze, it would have locked Dean right out of scoring contention.
There's a saying about not such good strategy, but a made shot overcomes it, right? And yellow is just going to pile rocks up here.
Right, good shot is better than good strategy.
Yikes. It's going to just outcount the red one and sit 4. Wow. Yikes. Better start popping some yellow rocks here, Donnie boy.
Don's not necessarily a high weight takeout person.
True.
He can, but he's not. That's not his normal throw.
If he hits what he can see of this rock and run it straight back hard, he's going to get rid of 2 for sure, maybe 3. Maybe 3.
I think if he hits it on the outside, or the inside.
Yeah, the inside.
The inside.
I'm not sure he can get to it.
No, I'm sorry, the outside.
Yeah.
The closest to the broom.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that's the inside of the house, the outside of the rock.
Yeah.
He could run it over the top of the other yellow.
He could.
Big 2.
Yeah.
But then the yellow's going to jam on the red in the back. Don't think it'll matter.
Got to get something out of here.
And if he hits it.
Here it comes.
Oh, boy.
He's by. Boom, ba-boom, boom, boom. There we go.
Okay.
That's a pretty darn good shot.
Yep. Worked out very well.
Yeah.
So left Kelly sitting 1 and 2?
Yep. Interesting end.
Yeah, I like that one right there.
Well, with no hammer here for Dean, he can't take everything away from Don, so he's going to try and take try to not play into Don's wheelhouse here. So this rock's wide open. Shot rock's wide open.
Right, but originally he was looking at drawing down to shot rock.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now he's looking at Mike wants to take out the center, which would be a tap-up possibility for Don.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that out of play.
What is he doing here? Is he trying to slither one through that port? It's not curling much right here. No. Makes no sense. Yeah. Line's real good. Line's real good. Bye. Just squeezed way through there. Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
That is, we used to say danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah. Not sure what that gets you, even if you get through. You still got a chance for a run back, right? So boom, boom. There's no triple there, but certainly a double there. Third of a rock, they both go away. Boy, well, this shot could change the whole complexion of the end here for Don with hammer, huh? Get rid of those 2 yellows. Exciting end.
Got to
hit about that much of it.
On the broom side.
Yes.
But then he could also knock his red out, too.
Yeah, that might be true.
But the idea is to get those 2 yellow out.
This one's wide open, too.
I know.
Whoops. I think he left this one out.
Oh,
don't know. Is he trying to switch gears? He's trying to run the red one back. Well, plan B.
Oh.
Boom. Nope. Boom. That works.
Get one of them out.
Yep. Wow. A lot of red rocks on the park.
Yeah, good switch on Mike DiGeronimo.
Mm-hmm.
For
Good
plan
call.
B.
Yep.
Yep.
Left it out. He made a good decision for a plan B there.
Because sometimes those you got to make early,
Yeah.
or you miss it.
Now Dean's going to play a tap up on his one that Jason just threw.
Boy, over in sheet 4, Conrad Law took another two, making it 8-1 over Kane. Conrad Law 8-1 over Kane after 4 ends, 5 ends.
A tap up here from attempt here from Dean. Sitting 1 and 2. Down to skip rocks here in the 6th end. Oh my God, this rock's taking off.
Weight didn't do
Not
anything.
enough weight. No, you're right.
No, except for
Not even going to block it.
block
Nope.
the one. Yeah. Kind of corner frozen to the other yellows. Make it.
Well, here's an end changer right here. If he can double these two rocks out, I think if he keeps his shooter, he sits 4. Am I right?
Yes.
He might lose. His shooter's going to probably interfere with that rock up on the Sea of Utica up there, but this is a big shot here for Mike.
Do you think his plan was to tap? Dean's plan was to tap the
I
yellow
think he
back
was.
and
I
just
think he
guard
was.
it?
I think he was playing a tap on the yellow one that's in the 8-foot. It was the same ice pretty much he gave for Jason.
Probably. Way too little weight.
Mm-hmm.
If you tap that up a little bit behind the red, it would have been nice.
Oh, yeah.
Give him, then they would have had to, Knapp would have had to come down the other way.
Yeah, you
Right.
could even have tapped it back and froze on your own. That would have been a good option here too. There's not a lot of room for this rock, for this
No, I don't
this
know.
angle raise.
I don't think he can get the double.
No, we're going to find out. I know he's trying it. He lined it up.
Because that red on the left of the broom is up a little bit higher.
You're going to get a chance to see. You were talking about Mike DiGeronimo throwing a little weight. This is a time for it. And there it is. Oh, it took off. Made a funny move. Oh, is it by? Want to chip his red one? Boom, boom. That works.
Yeah, that moved. I would have liked. I wish he'd kept it out there. I would have liked to see that because it did. I didn't think it was going to be able to do it. I thought it hit the red. I thought it hit the red.
Dean's got to give some shelter to Shot Rock here, doesn't he? If Mike chips that and loses his shooter, he gets 4. I think.
Well, you got to be sitting 1 and 2.
Depending on where these are sitting, I can't quite tell what these. It looks like Dean's 1, and it looks like Mike's 2, 3, and 4, right?
The back yellow. I don't know if that's
Maybe 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, he's got to give some shelter to this lonely red rock. Can see about half of it, huh? Yeah, more than that.
Well, there's.
What you don't want to do if you're Dean is narrow on that yellow one up top and leave it completely exposed. Then Mike's in line to get a pile. I'm pretty sure he's 2, 3, 4, and 5.
2, 3. I don't know about 4. Where do you see the 4?
In the back?
Yeah, maybe.
It's close. 2, 3, 4 for sure.
Yeah, that top red probably is not out counting the back red or back yellow.
Kingdom for a guard here. Sitting 1 and 2. Freezing on his own stone here is perfect if he can get there. Getting better.
Oh boy,
It's getting better.
starting to move hard now.
Getting better. Oh, he made a beauty here. He made a beauty.
Can't tell what Jason's.
That
sitting right
is
in
a
front of
beauty.
me.
That's a great curling shot right there, folks.
Oh yeah.
Don's playing for 1. That's an end saver right there.
Your son went 2 ways there.
Yep.
1 minute it looked like a lot of
I
yellow.
don't know if they're locked right on. If he hits that one, would he can see a big weight? Can he unlock them and get rid of both of them?
Hit the top yellow, you mean?
No, that one right, the one that Dean just threw right there. Boink.
Right. That's what I mean. The top.
Yeah.
Top of the two.
Bing, bing.
I don't think enough is exposed.
You know, maybe why gamble? Tap up your one. If you get your one, you got a 3-point lead here. You got to just try to tap one of these rocks up for one, right?
I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you got a possibility of hitting.
Yeah, there's
tapping up
no
two
need
reds.
to panic here. It's a sixth end. You're up two. If he taps it up and makes his tap up, he gets three. He's three up with 2 ends remaining.
If you throw weight at those yellows and miss, you gain two.
Right. Game on. You make a nice little raise tap up here for your one. You're up three, 2 ends remaining.
Or at the worst, if you don't tap up perfectly, you might cut them to one.
Right. This is the Hammerstone of the sixth end. Mike DiGeronimo looking to get out of dodge here. Dean Kelly just made a beautiful freeze on his own rock. Mike will try and make a little raise here for one. Got to go for the outside one, I think. No, line's getting better. Line's getting better. Does it have enough weight? Does it have enough weight? Perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh, very
How
nice.
about that?
Very nice shot. Very nice shot.
And that's why you don't go for the other one.
That's right.
Yep. Nice shot from Mike.
And that gave you the possibility, too, if he was wide.
Right.
You had the outside one.
Correct. He had a bunch of choices there, a bunch of options there.
And like I said, even if he didn't hit it quite enough, could have cut him down to one.
Sure.
Instead, they took the point.
So they were able to get their point and take a 6-3 lead. We're approaching the seventh end here.
Oh, we do have something posted back at 5. They woke back up over there, Morehouse.
Hey, Barbie. Good. The other one's going.
Ryan Moore, 3 over Morehouse 1.
We'll do the other one in the spring.
3-1, Moore over Morehouse on sheet 5. Sheet 2, Roger Roulette, 4 over Costello 1. Correction, 2. So it's 4-2. Roulette over Costello. The big score is on sheet 4, Law over Kane. 8-1.
And Dean's going to disregard that and use that as a guard.
Most of the games other than sheet 4 are close.
Yep.
Which are good for finals.
Yep. 6-3. Knapp, by virtue of a really nice soft tap up there by Mike DiGeronimo, has taken back their 3-point lead.
Right, that may go on to the highlight reel.
That was a good one. Yeah, I think talking themselves out of that double take on the other side looked really tough.
Well,
yeah, it was tough to get. If it was wide open, maybe you take a shot at it, but it wasn't wide open.
You think about that. That double takeout would have resulted in the same thing. Well, they could have got.
Oh, the double takeout could have resulted in a pile.
Right, pile.
Which way do you want to come here, Tim? Got to get rid of that yellow rock. Yeah, the risk was too great to, again, the way the scoreboard dictated what shot you take there, right?
Sure.
Down weight here from Tim. Looks like it's going right by.
No, it's going to catch it.
Got a little chip of it, a little chipski. Wow. It's going to stick around, though. Yep. Sit on the rings. Jason will make a draw attempt behind this red one. Little damage control here in the seventh end for Don Knapp. Would not like to give up more than 2 here. And he might slash it over and get the other one. No, not quite. Got rid of one of them. I think Dean will draw behind this red one. Yep. Ton of room here. Starting to come over now. Sure taking its time getting there. And here it comes. And that rock came a long way. 1 and 2 behind the tee line. And Don will try to outdraw this. These 2 yellow rocks are behind the tee line, so if Eric can put one in between this red and the yellow one and be shot rock, that'd be a good spot for him to be. Again, this will curl late. If the weight is right, this will curl like crazy late. And this one's kind of just hanging there. Mike's a little more weight than Mike threw. Shot rock in the back. Shot rock in the back 8 was Eric Stone. Yeah, I'm not sure that Dean wants to play this game behind this end behind the tee line, but he's going to give Don chances to freeze. He just talked about tapping this shot rock back and sitting 3. Again, everything behind it. No, he's not going to sit 3. He's going to sit 2.
Sit 2.
Yeah. Mike's first stone came up real hard. If the weight's right here, it'll curl like crazy. Oh my goodness. It's on the guard. Wow. Oh, it's picked. It picked.
Yeah.
That was an unfortunate time for a pick, but
We have a few crazy things going on in the sheet, so it makes you wonder what's going on.
yeah.
Is it picking? Is it just that rotation in the stones?
Looks like we're picking up some debris. So it definitely grabbed something. It's the old birdseed shot. The old birdseed shot.
Jason Glubsky doing a little ice maintenance. Picking up, well,
Something underneath
picked
that
up
rock.
enough stuff where he's going over the garbage can.
Wow. So Don is now shot rock in the back 8. I'm not sure either Skip has wanted to play this end this way, but sometimes you got to deal with what's given to you here.
So what do you do if you're down here?
I think you try and draw behind the red one and sit one in front of the tee line. Well, there's more stuff.
Oh, he's calling down. He's
More debris.
calling Jason down for a little more ice maintenance.
Wow.
Now they're scraping stuff up.
Wow. It's pretty substantial to be picking it up and putting it in
Yeah,
your
they're
hand. Holy smokes. Wow. Holy smokes, it's some kind of It's a spark. It's like a piece of aluminum foil. Holy smokes!
Somebody's glitter.
Wow.
Who's wearing
Oh,
glitter
it's
out
off of somebody. It's a
Off the
piece of
broom?
it's a piece
Oh, the broom.
of covering off a broom.
Yep.
Wow.
Whose broom is that?
Somebody with aluminum covering on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that explains that. It is. It's the coating from the broom.
Wow.
Wait, strawberry
I mean,
picker.
that's crazy. Look at me. And meanwhile, the ice is getting frosty. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
It's a crazy game. Look, he's still picking stuff up off the ice.
Is there a method to call out for the?
The
There it is.
broom? To
It is. It's coming out. The
get the
mop.
broom. He is getting the
Oh no,
broom.
the mop's coming out because sheet 4 is done.
Okay. You're going to mop with stones on the ice. We'll just put them back. It's all right.
Got to mop the center portion. That's where
Take
it's
a
picking.
picture of it
Yeah.
and then put the stones back.
It's picking out in the middle, so. Tim Crofton says I'm going to clean one path.
Wow. Like the old days when the old corn brooms used to leave chaff on the ice.
Oh,
I never played with the corn brooms. I did play one year in the old club. Some guys were still using them, but
well, I saw the Dakota Curling Supplies has some used ones they're selling.
funny.
But I did find a spot. One of our members, newer members, found a spot you could buy brand
So
new ones.
here's something that I've never seen before, and I've been playing for 25 years.
Mopping.
A game is actually being stopped because there's some debris that's coming off of someone's broom. It look like little pieces of aluminum foil almost, but the covering on
Right, the coating there,
the coating on the broom is
the
coming
broom
apart.
handle.
Yep. And
Well, it is being
head ice guy Gary White is out sweeping the ice. This is something I've never seen before in a curling game, folks.
Yeah.
Just when you thought you saw it all. Just shovel it over. That's it. Just shovel
put
it
it over the
shovel it over on
Yeah.
sheet 2. It's all good.
sheet 2.
Wow. Well, there's something I've not seen before. Back to the action here. Where are we? We're in the 7th end.
Well, it's the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah. Please don't sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Wow, there it is. It's the covering. We got it right. The covering on the broom is coming apart. Eric switched brooms too. That's my old broom. He's using his dad's broom. That was my broom.
Yeah. So there's Eric's broom doing that. So.
Yep, I don't like those little light brooms. So again, a draw attempt here. Now we're back in action. Let's see if the ice frosted up a little bit.
Kind of interesting when you're picking out brooms there. You got to be careful of the coating on them.
True.
So that broom's basically worthless now.
Yeah, and we could probably get some vet wrap and wrap it, you know. And the ice did stiffen up a little bit. This is short.
Well, for those watching at home, you can get
Never
watch
up.
the replay.
Never up.
You got it in?
Never up. Oh, what a good shot here from Don. That's a beauty.
So he rested up during the intermission.
Yeah, little Christmas tree, as you were calling earlier.
He's going to go after the top one.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to give himself a chance here. He's down 3, is Dean Kelly here in the 7th.
So that if you hit the top one, though, you got to hit nose to get the other one out, or else you're going to
You might
go
get
over
him. Might get them all.
You've got to move that second stone to the right is where you had him.
Got a chance. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 and that one. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, what a great shot. Left yellow sitting 3.
Yep,
I think.
I think so.
Wow, what a great shot. With hammer. Wow. That was a beauty. I thought there was a triple on the table there.
So sheet 4's done. Conrad Law won over Bob Kane. They shook. They're off the ice.
B event.
No scores.
Conrad automatic into the Mitchell tournament.
That'd be Utica 3,
Wow.
right?
He,
1,
yes.
2, 3.
Yep.
Utica 3.
So Don, with one of his own here, has got to try and get some yellows off here. This game is shaping up. If Dean can score multiple here, we're going to have a really cool eighth end here.
Vicky Sheardown's with us too. Thank you, Vicky, for tuning in.
Almost not quite going to get back to the nose, but he did get one of them off the rings. Still left Kelly sitting 2.
I just heard Gary over there talking about that they discussed taking that shot over there that was interfered with on sheet 4.
Say that again?
Gary over to your left was talking about that Dean Kelly mentioned they talked about reshooting the one that was interfered with the debris from the broom. I don't know how they would have reset the stones.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
It's unfortunate. It's a pick.
Whether it's from a broom or from
Doesn't matter.
yeah, it's debris on the ice.
Yeah. Trying to get back to putting 3 up on the table here for Dean Kelly is Jason Bryan. Weight looks great.
Now maybe
going to bring it close enough to double him, maybe. Right to the T line. And you got to try and make a double on these now.
that brings up the idea of cleaning before the stone there with the broom.
You betcha.
But again, sweeping now, what Jason was just doing, sweeping back and forth, you're only cleaning every other half a foot.
Sure.
You know, as opposed to pushing.
Hey, we're in the C event final in the 6th end. Bill Morehouse clawed his way back in to tie it up after 6. They're in the 7th end over there.
3-3.
Double attempt here from Mike. Looks like a nose hit. He gets them both. Better go. Nope. Maybe. Maybe. Dip. Oh, it just slid by. Almost. Had to come up just a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it needed to curl a little bit more.
Yep. So now, Dean Kelly's going to put one probably right in the center. Cover up his rock. No, he's going to cover the shot rock up in the back here. This is a strange end. Got a chance for a multiple here, does Dean Kelly. Don't want to be too deep. Want to make the double hard here, right? Because Mike's going to be down to his last shot. Dean's got the hammer here in the 7th end. I think it would be fitting to come home tied, wouldn't it, huh? After a game like this.
That'd be a good game.
A little bit of everything.
So where's you want to have this end up?
I think just third rock, and just biting the 8-foot probably over in front of shot rock. Don't want to get them too close together and might give Mike a chance for a double. He almost made the double with his first one.
That's going to curl.
It is. I think they're still going to be sitting 1, 2, and 3 though. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, and 3, a little bounce. And that leaves a double there for Mike, so.
I don't know if he'd go for that or just a draw down.
No, this is his last rock. Dean's got hammer. You gotta
okay.
get some of the yellows off of here. If he can double them out, Dean's playing for 2. And that would be a blessing. Up 1, hammer coming for home for Napper.
This was Mike's last stone, but it
is.
The last stone.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. It's Mike's last stone, but not the last stone.
Nose hit here, he gets them both. And sits 1. Right on the schnozola, I think he sits 1 after that if he can make this double.
If he makes the double and sits, it'd be perfect.
Right.
Because he's going to force Dean into a hit.
Yeah. Better go. Oh boy. I think he's got it. Boom,
Oh.
boom. No, it just skinnied by. However, I don't know who shot rock that. I cannot tell.
I'm going to guess red at this point. It's hard to tell
It's
from
a very tough
my
angle
angle.
to see. Doesn't matter because Dean's going after it. He gets rid of that. He gets 3. If he can hold the shooter.
But it looks like the red biter to the left of it is potentially interfering with hitting it. I can't tell. I can't tell the angle here.
No, no. If you look down this, it's wide open. A little different on the TV than it is looking down the sheet. Pretty much wide open.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Just got to tap it back and he gets 3, I think.
Problem too, sometimes these curlers get in my way.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very rude of them. I mean,
Indeed.
we're trying to watch the game.
And call the game correctly.
Right. Yeah, we're trying to call it. And they're, the skip sometimes stand in the middle of the house, blocking everything.
Just a little tap back with that weight. It looks like he's just throwing kind of hack weight, not even through the house weight.
If we had our drone out there, we could follow the shot right down.
Bzzz.
Jerry likes the drone camera.
I like the idea for deer hunting.
You want to put a gun on it, though.
No, just know where they are. This is looking good. Jason Bryan is frantically. Oh, he's all over it. He's all over it.
Oh,
but he moved that one. Don't think it mattered. Looks like 3 to me.
that's why he was yelling hard, though. A little bit more, and it would have.
Wow. It would have moved that stone, the yellow stone, off for only 2.
Or even a little bit more could have jammed it.
Well, let's see if they're going to hang the score here in a second. I think it's a tie game. Don Knapp will reacquire the hammer coming for home. He just said, nice shot to Dino. I think Jason Bryan just held up a 3. And then, in fact, it is. Wow.
Tie game coming home. Okay.
Couldn't get any better than that, huh?
The way an A final should be.
One end game. Great curling game. Expect nothing better. I love when the finals come down like this, where it's not a,
I think I was watching a final someplace here. It was our club where they blanked the 8th end. Not on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the games in the women's USWCA was like that last.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. I might have been calling the game.
Yeah, where they go for the hit and roll out, and all of a sudden you
play
another end.
Yep.
Tied up on sheet 2. Roulette Costello tied up. 4 apiece. Morehouse tied up. 3 apiece. So everybody's tied up right now. Sheet 2 and 5 are in the 7th end.
Nice shot there from Jason Golubski. Don's going to go right for the jug here. Just needs 1.
The only thing he has to be cautious of is coming too deep with the draw. You start piling them up there in the.
Oh yeah, you don't want to play that
4 foot,
kind of.
yeah.
I think you'd like to keep it nice and open, and have a chance for your draw at the end to win the game. Ideally, in this situation, tied coming from home.
See, this is not gonna.
Not gonna bury.
No, so
I think I would have left it off the
I
rings,
would have left it off myself because now it's just gonna go away.
Now Dean's
Give
going to
them a
go for the
chance
top of the 4-foot. Go.
I figured
Right
he was gonna
there.
hit and roll under his yellow.
Nope.
Nope.
That's his friend. He's trying to steal here, so he's just going to, in his mind, he's going to make that guard his guard. Put the pressure on.
Right, I guess I just if you draw behind
Mhm.
the red, if you end up behind the red, then you give him a raise takeout.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want it. You want it to be right in the center line.
Yeah.
Make it an angle raise. Not a gimme.
So I guess I would have gone for at my level. I probably would have gone for the red rollover. Not necessarily the best choice.
Right. Eighth end, tie game. Way out.
Jason trying to push it.
Shot rock. Right on the tee line. Looking for hack weight shot here from Tim Crofton.
So no thought of freezing here?
No way. No shot. He's all over it. Good boy. Good shot, Tim. To roll away a little bit. Nice throw. Very nice. Now sitting 1 and 2 with Hammer is Napper. First chance I get if I'm down, I'm busting that yellow guard out of the way. I don't care where this rock goes of Mike's. I'm getting rid of the yellow guard. I think free guard zone would be over at that point, correct? Yes.
2, 3, 4.
Yep. This is the next stone ends the free guard zone.
It's a combination of free guard and on the center line.
Mm-hmm. Line's great. Let's really dive in.
Wow. He's got it by what, inch, 2 inches. Stop.
Nope.
Be deep.
Yep. Irrelevant stone. No, don't worry about that one.
Yep.
Okay. I don't like that yellow rock up there, but this is okay.
I guess Don's looking at it. It gives him a place to hide behind, I guess.
Riverboat Gambler. I think Dean's breathing a sigh of relief that Don didn't get rid of that guard, but we'll see how it works out for him.
I think
A little heavy, a little heavy.
Not going to help him with anything right now.
Nope. Still going to leave the 4-foot circle pretty much open.
In the beginning of a pot. He's going to try the same thing he tried before.
Yep. One thing's for sure, we will not have an extra end.
Doesn't appear to be. It's going to be tough to blank this one.
This one's on a little bit wider path. It's coming, but it's certainly not going to bury.
You're going to freeze to it? Is that their idea right now?
Plan B.
No, didn't. No. They can make that go, lose their back red maybe.
Yep.
On the way out.
Just get rid of it.
Or jam it.
Just get rid of it. Splash them.
Yeah, because even if it jams in the back, it shouldn't count at this point.
No factor.
Well, we always say that until there's nothing in the 4-foot after the last shot. I've seen that happen.
Don't know. Okay, boom and boom. Look at that.
Yep.
How about that?
A wide open 4-foot, right?
Yep.
Then you gonna go for a draw again? That's
sure.
Where he started, right?
Yep, right on the button.
That's where he started it, right there.
Yep. If it hangs out and you freeze on the red one, okay. But certainly he's. I still want to lose that yellow guard.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Good gracious, do I want to lose that yellow guard?
No, I don't think it's going to at this point. So you want to leave it wide open for your last shot?
You betcha. Right? It looks light. Over
Boy,
curled.
light too.
Light.
Very
Just
light.
light.
Over curled because it's too light. Would have never gone anywhere. So now we got 2 guards.
And the loaded gun. Right there.
The gun's kind of pointed at that other red, though.
Yeah, I don't know how close they are. I don't think they're touching.
Hit. They're going to skinny off that other.
Don's certainly in the driver's seat here. We're down to Vice Stones. Tie game. A final. Murray Bonspiel Club Championship Playdown 4. The Mitchell Tournament in January. Always fun. The old War of Attrition, Mitchell. Last man standing.
Right. Long weekend, Mitchell.
Phew, baby, I guess.
Grilling and socializing.
Is that what you call it? Something like that.
Something like that.
So Don Knapp draw attempt here. He'd like to come right to the top of the 4-foot, I think. Button. Full 4-foot right on the center line. This is in his wheelhouse, too.
Still needs to move a lot, though.
Don't want to get it too deep here.
Maybe he's trying to freeze the hits. I can't tell.
Get it too deep.
Not wide open, isn't it?
Not a bad spot.
Open to hit, but not necessarily leave him shot, though. That's the
spot.
problem. Actually, guarded the draw pretty good.
Not a bad spot.
So what's Dean do now?
Hi, Liz.
Tries to get rid of both of them? Just the one.
Yeah. If he's going to roll underneath it, it's going to jam.
Or you could double him and roll underneath to be shot a little bit.
Tight. Maybe. Did they drag it by? Look at that sweep. Wow. Well swept. Still going to leave Napper sitting 1 over here in the 4-foot.
But they are sitting 2, kind of buried. Don would like that yellow to go.
He's
going to draw.
Oh, yeah. Right behind the yellow one. Right on the top of the button.
And if he's a little wide and heavy, he can nick off his red.
Yep. And if he Christmas trees them, it's going to be hard for Dean to double those out, right?
Right.
You put one right in between the red and the yellow one, second stone or shot rock. How do you get rid of both of them? You can't, because Yellowstone's going to block that. I like being just about that much behind the yellow one on the 4-foot line, on the 4-foot.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? You can't show that. They're going to see it. We're radio. We're TV.
Well, we could if we had the telestrator. We could do
Yeah.
it, but I'm not playing with it.
No,
I'm not playing with it.
shutting down the stream right here at
Whoops.
the end.
Bill Morehouse just dropped a deuce on Brian there, so.
Yeah, you can see that one shaping up there. He had a lot in the house.
Mm-hmm. Big shot here from Don. It's light.
Oh, boy.
Over and up. Over and up. Up. Not a bad spot. Not a bad spot.
Oh, they're talking it over here. They're looking at the red on the right-hand side.
How about yellow, yellow?
And you can't
Out
see
there.
where I'm standing there. Where's yellow? Oh, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That's what he's throwing. I know that's what he's throwing.
Yeah.
Even if he runs the second yellow one back and hits the red one, he could still direct it onto the yellow stone that's second rock. It's a tough shot, but not quite lined up.
Yeah, it looks like it's lined up where it's going to hit that top red, but like you
Mm-hmm.
said, maybe thin
Just
enough where
skinny it by there.
skinny it by and still tap the yellow. The yellow can tap over to the red,
Right.
right on the 4 foot. A lot of possibilities. No great shots here. Just a lot of possibilities.
Back four. Heavy draw.
Gonna-
He's going to be using Don. So is he going to try and squeeze it in between and raise his yellow one? Boy, that's real tough.
No.
Or just draw. Draw with his out turn and just got to just get it by the one that Don just threw. Excuse me.
They keep pointing over that top red on the right-hand side. I don't know what they.
I'm not sure what it gets you. I think you use it as a reference tool to try and draw around and tap up the yellow one, maybe. But
Boy, that's a sharp.
man,
It's got to curl a lot at
yeah,
the end.
it sure does.
In order to get his own yellow, the way Jason's indicating right now, he's got to curl and tap it enough to go back at least a foot, maybe more. That's what he's going for.
Yep, tap up. Wow. So one, it's got to miss the red one. Two, it's got to hit the yellow one that's in the 8 foot with the right trajectory to tap it back to the pot.
Or you can tap it back to the
And freeze on, yeah.
freeze on the back
Yes,
red
you
on the red on the back 4.
Boy, oh boy. I'm sure it's going to look a lot more makeable down here than down there.
Yeah. When you get down the
Looking
other end,
down,
it's going to
oh.
really narrow. Be a great shot if he makes it.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like Dean's playing a raise on his own rock in the 8 foot circle here. He's got to snake one through. He's like a little port here to snake one through.
If he ticks off the red on the way by, he's still got a possibility of jamming it on the red. Oh, it's curling hard.
Still on the red one. Getting better. Getting better. It's just going to pick the red one and do what we thought it was going to do. Didn't outcount the red one, though.
Nope.
Did not outcount the red. Great shot, though. Man. All it had to do was just curl another inch, huh?
Touch more weight. Touch more weight would have done it.
Great attempt there from Dean. Just ticked off the red one and took the momentum out of it. Almost made it, though. Great shot.
Yeah, if he didn't tick, it would have had enough momentum to move it back.
Right.
Or if he did tick, he needed a little more weight.
No. I don't want to come near there at this point, Mike. There is a port. There is a port to draw, right?
Well, there's a port to draw and a port to tick that yellow up
and slide off it. There's a lot of little nuances that could go on.
He could do the exact same shot. Tick off the red.
Yeah.
I think I just blocked that hole.
I think I would too. I hate doing that with the hammer, but I think that's the right call. I think you just want to take this port away.
Right, because he's got to get through that. Dean's got to get through that port to make anything. So if there's no port, well, then he's got the yellow.
He's got the yellow. And now it moved because of that rock there. It almost could promote the yellow one onto the 4 foot too.
I think if he hit the, let's see what Mike does here. Sweeping hard.
Light.
He's calling line shot there. Oh boy, it's going to over curl.
Better leave it.
Yep.
Better leave it.
Over and up.
Ooh, daddy-o. No factor. Not a factor. Dean's got the same shot, basically.
Well, I think he's. If he draws in clean, if he does a clean draw, he's going to hit his yellow, potentially, which might drive it back enough red.
He doesn't have to move it much either. Or just
Mhm.
might be able to tick off his own yellow one and sit right there. Either way, he's got to be sitting one
Sure.
after the shot or the game's
Well,
over,
that's why I'm
right?
just looking at the
Right.
possibilities there. If he comes off the
Yep.
red, or if
Yep.
he comes clearing through the port, he could tick off red or tick off yellow or both and still end up with the shooter being shot. Glad I'm not shooting it.
Here we go. Quite possibly the last stone. Too late. Game over. Congratulations, Don Knapp, Mike DiGeronimo, Eric Crumma, and Tim Crofton are the Murray champs. They will be Utica 1 in the Mitchell tournament coming up in January. And the team of Dean Kelly, Jason Bryan, Mike Kessler, and Jason Golubski will be Utica 2. Congrats. Great game. Dean almost with his previous shot, almost made it, huh? Coming through that little, snaking through that
Yep,
port
that was
like
a great.
that.
That was a good try.
Great attempt.
I wish the second shot had been a little bit better, just for the suspense.
Yeah, exactly. Jason Golubski taking a look at him. No, not even close there, Jay.
Can't remember what we hit here to change sheets.
Oh, you go to file, load presentation, click, no, boom, and
then
then
go to,
what do you want to watch?
well,
Sheet 2? Sheet 2.
sheet two's the D, so
Yeah. So go to
sheet
sheet 2,
two.
click on it. Might have to double click. There it is.
And we're going to move over to Rowlett Costello, which is the D.
Both teams only haven't had one loss last night in the A semis.
So just over in sheet 5, just an update. It's 5-3, Morehouse over Moore. Morehouse took 2 in the 7th to break the tie. So it's Morehouse leading by 2. Sheet 2, you can see it.
So Roger Rowlett is no hammer here in the 8th end. Hammer belongs to Pat Costello. It's like Roger will go ahead and peel this red rock out of here. That's what I was talking about, like we're done early in that end.
Yep.
Getting rid of that yellow rock. Just get it opened up, Yeah, it worked out for him, but I think you're gambling a little there. Nice shot here from Howie.
Yeah, became Don's friend, though.
It,
But Roger's doing just what you want, the traditional, let's get rid of that, leave it wide open.
yep. He doesn't have hammer here. Pat's got the hammer. Down 2, needs 2 to tie. Or vet wrap. Vet wrap. Go to the Tractor Supply. It's really light tape and it sticks to itself. And just wrap it a little bit. It'll add a little more weight to it, but it'll fix it. Draw attempt here. Not quite going to get there, and I think Roger's going to lose that rock immediately. If I know him, like I think I know him. Nice seeing you. Merry Christmas, Tom.
Done. So that guard's going to go to.
Oh, definitely. Goodbye. He's trying to make it where there's only going to be one red rock. He's down to red is down 2. Boom.
Right.
Come 1. Get it down to 1, and then you go shaky, shaky. If everything works out the way he's supposed to here. Down to skip rocks here. And this would be our D final. Both teams only having one loss coming into this game. We were treated to a really good A final. And congrats to Don Knapp, Mike DiGeronimo, Eric Crum, and Tim Crofton. Oh. Glimmer of hope.
Oh, spun out too.
Yep.
Could have spun in, spun out. It's not looking so good for Moore over here. There's
No, it is
two
not.
red shot, and red guard
Buried.
and Moore needs two.
Tough.
And that was Bill Morehouse just throwing, so that means there's.
Ryan's down to his last stone. No, he's got two. He's got hammer. He's got hammer.
He's got to clear something out of there, and his mustache is twitching.
Oh, funny. So Pat's down two. He's got two stones left here. Trailing Rowlett by 2 in the 8th end. There's nothing else in play. He's got to get one behind cover here somewhere. There's not a lot of room anywhere to hide something here.
No, really, we need to build this booth so we're just out there.
Yeah, right.
With the complete view.
Be colder out there.
Oh, with a heater.
It's a great idea.
Like a box seat at a stadium.
Yep. Luxury box.
Luxury box. It's going to slide right through, or is it going to stick around?
I think it's going to stick around.
Dave was sweeping, but he didn't have the broom side down.
I would say if Roger can get this rock off, that the game is over. I don't see how you split that red rock on and get two. I don't see it.
Amazing. Look at the pace, though. The A final, they're done off the ice. And the C and D are still going.
Oh my goodness. He left it out.
I don't know what he was trying with that.
He was trying to make a straight takeout and get rid of it.
Yeah, but that was
never gave it a chance. He got wide, unfortunately.
That was wide all the way down.
Now, all Pat has to do is hit the rings, and we got extended play here. Wow.
Yeah, let that one go there. I'm looking at it. I was trying to understand what he was trying to do. It's like, was he trying to raise takeout? He missed it completely.
No, he was trying to that rock was wide open.
That's why we need instant replay.
Wow.
Well, that's what I mean, but the way he threw it, it's like. You know, this is where that simple draw sometimes isn't so simple either.
It's so true. Looks like he's all over it.
It's a little heavy. Well, he better hopes it hits the red on the way by. Hits it and splits. He's in good shape. No.
Extra end coming. Wow. Whew. So extra end here in the D final. We'll hang in there with you. I'm glad that we stayed on the broadcast here. Brian Moore is in a bit of trouble over there in the C final versus Bill Morehouse.
You can't see the house, so they still got
He's still sitting 2. Red is still
Morehouse still
sitting
got 2 in the middle.
2 in the middle with lots of granite in the way. Whoops.
I don't see what Brian did with his because it looks the same.
I'm not sure either. Not watching. I think they're talking about throwing one rock. I don't know that they can do that in this. I think you got to play the end in this Murray in this championship.
I know you do for the. Well, I think in the finals before that.
So that is that. Brian Moore is down to his last potato. I don't see how
A lot
he
of
scores 2.
congratulations there. Was he blocked that one right off?
Yeah, I don't see. Yes, he did. I don't see how he gets 2 out of this.
No, he's got to. He's got to take. Well, he's still got 2. Morehouse has got 2 in the middle.
Yeah,
Thoroughly guarded.
he's got to double him out. Brian's looking to see if there's some glimmer of hope that he can double those 2 rocks off and not get rid of his own rock, but okay. He's looking at a big way out angle raise. Chip. He's got to keep his shooter too. That's the problem.
Specialty back in the day.
Yep, he loved them.
He did those outside ends.
Yeah, you got to hit it up on the high side.
Okay. Can't really switch screens for that one.
Nope.
Actually, we probably could have and come back. I'll have to practice a little bit more to switch over, to switch back.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
We're
So
struggling just
Roger,
to make this.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim.
We're just struggling not to make this a hogstone.
Yep. Roger Rowlett has the hammer here in the extra end of the D final. Little extended play here. Over in the C final, Brian Moore is trying to figure out how to make a really bit of a Hail Mary shot here to get his 2. Don't know that it's there. This is going through the rings. Over here on 2. Got to have guards up if you're going to steal. And Brian Moore just shook hands on. So Bill Morehouse, the team of Bill Morehouse, and John Sullivan, and Tim Hansen, and Adam McLean are the C event finalists, and they get to represent. They're also going. I think that might be Utica 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Yeah,
Utica 4.
Yep. I'm going to go do the board, Tim.
Roger calling for one in the house. He wanted one in the house on T-line. He's got it pretty close.
All right, we are back here. Tim's taking a little break, and I'm back with our extra end here of our D final. Roger Rowlett does have the hammer here in the extra end, and that rock is not going to do anything in the way of covering up shot rock. So Johnny Kaleo will try and hit and roll underneath these guards. Line's getting better. No roll, nose hit, good shot. So things are in the books here thus far, except for our D final. Our A final, Utica 1 will be Don Knapp. Utica 2, Dean Kelly. Utica 3, Conrad Law. Utica 4, Bill Morehouse. And we're waiting on Utica 5 and out of the hat. Dave Palazzoli will try to do the same. Try to get rid of this yellow rock and slide under cover. Extra end. Congrats, you didn't need me. Yeah. And oof, might have guarded it up a little bit. Not exactly. I think if you're Roger, you want to come around and go right there. Yep. Does have hammer here. Peel's not a bad play. Yeah, I like the peel too. Just said he'd like top 4. Howie's agreeing. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a greenhorn. Next year. Uh, Okay, 1 and 2. Good shot there from Howie. Rings are getting smaller here for Pat. He doesn't have hammer. He did tie the game in the 8th end, so he has relinquished the hammer back to Roger, and Roger's sitting pretty good here. Try and double these out. Either that or tap back on the one that Dave just shot's not a horrible idea. Like you and I were talking, Gary, we probably would have got rid of that. Got a shot. Look at that. Good shot. Oh, very nice, Dave Pelazzo. I'm not sure who shot, but that's a great throw from Dave with the stick. Very nice. That was a nice throw. Wow. And wound up being shot rock. Wow. Little tick. You play a tap here if you're Pat, I think, probably, huh? Little raise, a little tap it back to the 4 foot. If you hit it just right, you'll probably be covered up and have a guard too. It's really just like a heavy draw. Down to Skip Stones here in the extra end of our D final. Exciting weekend of curling, to say the least. Good showing from our newer curlers. Really been fun to watch and be a part of. I'd rather be out there, but maybe next year I'll have a chance to be back in action with my curling buddies. You know, curling is a beautiful game. Sports seems to be growing again in North America. You know, part of it's the exercise, part of it makes the winter go by fast for people who don't ski or snowmobile, but the camaraderie is second to none in the game. I've been blessed over the years to have friends that I've met through this curling club that are lifetime friends. Better than family for me. Our family. Looking to tap up rock here is Pat Costello. Or is it going to come through? It's over curling. It's going to be on the top one. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. It's going to be shot rock. Wow. Slid one through. I think you want to get rid of that red rock up there, Raji, don't you? Try the double. No, I guess he's drawn. He does have the hammer here. Once again, the A final was won by Don Knapp. Runner-up Dean Kelly. B final Conrad Law. C final Bill Morehouse. And we're still playing the D final here. Roger Rowlett. Looks like he's drawn. Try to outdraw this stone. He does have the hammer here in the extra end. He liked the draw. He didn't like getting rid of that red rock. No offer yet. Not yet. Getting better. It's getting better. Getting better. Getting better. Getting better. Didn't outdraw it. He left it short. Oh my God, I think he left it short. I think they left him short. Very unfortunate. Roger Rowlett threw a perfect stone, and unfortunately they missed the end of the sweep ball. They really needed to pound that to get it another few inches to be shot rock. Unfortunate there. Looks like Pat Costello will be throwing a guard here. One thing's for sure, if he's not going after it, they think they're shot rock, right? Oh my God, is it going to tap it? No, it worked out fine. So Roger's going to, that stone that Pat just threw, looks to me like Roger's going to try and tap, tap, and sit one. Looks like a raised takeout using his own stone in the middle. I personally like when I'm making this shot for the person holding the broom to come up to the rock too. For the whole enchilada here. Kind of just hack weight here, maybe. Just that kind of nice, soft, easy finesse takeout here. Raise takeout. Boom, boom. Would be sweet justice after leaving him short on his first one. Weight's, weight's not the issue. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Look at that. How's that for a curling shot, folks? How's that for a curling shot? Congratulations. Roger Rowlett, a little sweet justice there after leaving him short with his draw. Comes back to make a nice tap up to win the game. Very nice. And they will be Utica 5 will be Roger Rowlett. And congratulations. Dave Cragnole and Tim Conboy, we're going to say goodbye. I'm going to end the stream here, and we'll see you soon. We got some stuff coming up after the first of the year, and we'll very much look forward to bringing you the broadcasts. Merry Christmas, happy holiday, everybody. Yeah, made a nice little tap up.
Dave,
Yes, sir.
you have to hit that to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to let Roger do that. No, it's not. The stream started. Why don't you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I just know that it's that's good.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I always do. I like doing them with you too.
I got to be politically correct sarcastic.
Let's talk about a shot in the eighth. We like that.
Great job. How they leave your first one short? I don't know.
Oh, and I went long.
You're selling tickets, man.
Well, I gotta play that stupid. I figured I was gonna have a run because it was a great spot.
Right.
So just give me a rock to run in.
Right.
I'll pick one. We're up line.
I saw a little tricky too coming that way. All I did was shut the stream off. I didn't do anything more.
Okay.
But that's all on there. We got that's all there. We switched